Perfect. Hi everyone, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to my channel today. This is a little bit of an impromptu live. I did say on my last live that I was hoping to go live on Monday, and here I am. So it is a public holiday here in Victoria, so I'm not working, and I really wanted to share with this the tutorial bundle for March before heading off to onstage on Wednesday, because by the time I get back I'll have other things to do and I really want to share with you this beautiful tutorial bundle. So welcome everyone. As you're popping on, please say hello, let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the video after it's live, please leave me a comment and say hello in the comment section. Hi Rachel, how are you? Hope you're having a good time over in Adelaide. Yeah, so super exciting. I've got a huge week this week, but yeah, I haven't been doing as well sharing my tutorial bundles as I have in previous times, so I'm really trying to make a conscious effort. If I'm going to do these tutorials, I do need to share them with you as well. Hi Nicole, how are you? Yeah, so this month's March tutorial with the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial is the Lovely Blossoms Suite, and it's actually an online exclusive and is actually a really pretty one as well. Oh, that's all right, Rachel. I know you're very, very busy, and I appreciate you just popping on anyway. So, yeah, I know you've got a lot on. All good. Oh, waiting for the train. Awesome. So yeah, I really want to share with this whole suite because it is a really good suite. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're not really sure what the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle is, it's 12 demonstrators from around the world. We're Stampin' Up! Demonstrators who create cards using the same suite. We put the bundle together and offer it as a free gift for our customers. I also give it to my team for free, the INKY stampers. So if that interests you and you're in Australia, you would like to purchase a starter kit and receive your tutorial each month for free, you can do that, or you can purchase it in my online store. I'll have a link in the description of this video. Or if you're already working with a demonstrator or you live outside of Australia, you can also purchase this tutorial, and there is a link in the description there as well. So lots and lots of ways that you can get your hands on this tutorial. You're off to Port Adelaide. Awesome. What are you doing over there in Port Adelaide? I hope you're having a really good time, and I hope the weather's been good for you as well. So let me share with you the Lovely Blossoms Suite. Like all suites that Stampin' Up! Have, they have some great products in their suite. So the first one is this DSP. Now it is called, Lovely Blossom 12 by 12. There's 12 sheets. This is a little bit different. There are four different papers, so 8 designs, but you get 3 each of the sheets. So the first one here is a really great die cut ones where you can die cut these ones or cut these ones out and use it as a card front or layers, which is really, really great. And the opposite side is this gorgeous stripes. We have Lovely Blossoms, which I see quite a few people in the tutorial bundle have used this side of the paper, which is really, really nice. And then this gorgeous paper on the other side. I'm just trying to see. Crumb Cake, Cloud Cover, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea are the colours. And then we've got beautiful Crumb Cake flowers. And the other side is actually one of the ones we're using here, these Secret Sea diamonds, which is really pretty. And then we've got a nice Petal Pink and Secret Sea flowers. And then the opposite side is Old Olive. And it's, I don't know, like a linen sort of look. I've also used this one as well. So really, really pretty DSP. So Lovely Blossoms 12 by 12 is that DSP in the suite. Then we have the Lovely Arrangements bundle. There's 12 stamps in the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. Look at all these sentiments. You've got different fonts, big sentiments, smaller sentiments, and then we've got a few flowers and leaves, which you can mix and match around with your cards or your scrapbooking pages. And then there are 9 die cuts. Now, this is a really cool one, and I did create a card with this for my Tracy Sunday challenge the other week with the vellum. This is it here. Just die cutting this onto vellum, and then I've popped some silver gold foil in the background. How nice is that? It's a really nice die cut there. We're actually using this one here on our card today, and then we've got some label dies, and then these ones can cut out the stamps that we're using here, as well as a few extras which are a little bit more detailed as well. So that's the lovely arrangements bundle. They have an embossing folder which we're going to use today. This is called Lovely Stripes embossing folder, and this gives so much detail. It's really cool. So that's that one. And then we have embellishments, Moody Palette Glossy Dots. You can see white, cloud cover, Old Olive, and Secret Sea. And these ones are actually fairly low profile, which is fantastic. Great for your scrapbooking pages or cards in the mail. So I really love these colours together. This is what really drew me to this set in the first place. And then we have the cloud cover ribbon. Now this is textured ribbon, and it's actually quite wide as well, which is really nice. It's got a little bit of a sparkle there, but it is quite soft as well. So that is the suite. Let me bring in that bundle tutorial again to show you. And let me show you some of the cards here. This is my card here. This is the one we're going to be creating today. But 12 fantastic cards using this gorgeous suite. And this is actually not printed very well, so it's not really highlighting how beautiful this paper is, or the whole suite is, but you can see. And this tutorial bundle comes with the whole collection, so you can see what the collection is, the coordinating colours, and then in here you will find measurements and instructions for each of the cards. So that's everything that you need, all 12 cards in one bundle. And if you purchase it over my blog, there is an instant download. So once you've paid for it through PayPal, it'll be an instant download for you. All right, bring in my card. Here it is. Really pretty. I love this one. I love the colours. The greens and blues together is so pretty. A very, very simple card though as well. So we are using 2 inks with this one. I've got my Secret Sea and Old Olive. And then we are using the Moody Palette Glossy Dots, as well as the DSP and the embossing folder here. Can you see that detail on that embossing folder? Very, very nice. Okay, so let's bring my kit in. Let me know, guys, do you have this suite or any parts of this suite in your stash? Did you pick it up when it came out? I do need a phone folder. So I've got a A4 piece of, it was an A4 to start with. I've cut it in half. I've burnished in half again, and that is my card base. So basic white thick. I have a piece of this beautiful DSP. And actually, I'll give you the measurements because why not? Hi, Marion, how are you? This piece is 3 7/8 by 5.5, and that's just going to give me my layer here. Now, if you would like to conserve some of this DSP, because we do have basic white going over the top of it, there is a ton of DSP that you could cut out or die cut things from, and you'll save a lot of your DSP, so you can do that absolutely. I've got that Old Olive DSP piece. This measures 2.5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to run that through the die. And we have a piece of Secret Sea cardstock 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. For our sentiment piece here, this is basic white thick. It's 2 inches by 3/8 of an inch. Old olive, which is our sentiment layer. It's going to go over the sentiment. 2 3/8 by 1/2 inch. And then I've got a piece for stamping, and this is actually bigger than we need, but that's okay, we can do that. So we're going to do our stamping first, and I'm going to start off with my Secret C ink. Like I said before, we are using these 2 flowers and this leaf set here. I'm also using the happy birthday, but you can change it around. There's lots of different sentiments there that you could use, and this is a really good one. You know, you can do lots of different cards using this one. Okay, so I'm going to add one of these larger flowers, and then we're going to stamp 2 of the smaller ones. Now I left these, oh, I don't have that one out. You could, like, I'm leaving these white, just with the Secret C outline, but you could certainly colour them in if you would like. I think just leaving them nice and subtle like that is perfect. And then because we've got the Secret C out, I'm also going to take my little sentiment piece and stamp our sentiment. So just in the middle. It's photopolymer, so we can line it up pretty easy with that. See straight through our block. We're going to come back in with our old olive. Oh, awesome. Nicole's just bought the suite. She hasn't used it yet. Hopefully this inspires you, Nicole, to get it out and give it a go. Okay, so we're going to do 3 of these leaves here in old olive. And I love that this stamp gives great detail in those leaves. You've got the white veins, which is awesome. Okay, so we have all our pieces stamped. We can bring in our die cutting machine, and we're going to quickly die cut these ones now. So what's everyone doing for their Monday? I know not everyone is living in Victoria, being it's the long weekend. I'm so excited that it is a long weekend because I'm also using today as time to get ready for on stage, and flying out on Wednesday. So I haven't packed my bags yet. Be doing that in just a little while. I've finished all my swaps and I have packaged them away into a box. I'm hoping that I don't have any trouble with Qantas on Wednesday putting them on the plane. It's always a struggle when you've got swaps to make sure that they're not going to be, you know, squished or anything. So I don't like putting them in my bag. I like to carry them with me. But I've actually joined a couple of organised swaps as well as the general swap with everyone. But I'm so excited because I get to come back with so many different ideas from other demonstrators, and I'll be looking forward to doing a video with you guys when I come back. Oh, Nicole's doing her swaps right now, so yeah, fair enough. Hopefully I get to swap with you too, Nicole. That would be awesome. So we're just going to run all these ones through. When do you head to Sydney, Nicole? I know there's some people coming Thursday. We're flying out Wednesday afternoon, only because if I was to fly out Thursday we would have missed the start of On Stage. It starts Thursday afternoon. Oh, early Thursday. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we've had limited flights that we could get on, so I had to go a day early, but that's okay. It's fine with me. Okay, so we've done our die cutting there. We do have a couple more bits to die cut. So let's bring the card in and show you again. So we're going to die cut from this DSP, the Old Olive Linen Look DSP. Sorry about that. I had a message on my phone and I went to flick it away, but I went to flick it away and my screen went blank. So sorry guys, hope you're all still there. So this DSP here, it's like a linen look to it in Old Olive. We're going to use that circle die in that set. So this one here, and I'm going to die cut that one. So let's run that one through. Oops. And these leave little diamonds, look at that. So you could use those in a shaker card as extra embellishments on another card. That would look so good. More things that I'll add to my scrap bin that I'll use one day. You guys have those as well? I think we all do. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, while we have this in the road, let's get rid of those things. We're going to bring out our embossing folder and I'm going to set this inside, and I want these to be vertical stripes. So I've just set that in vertically, and I'm going to need my plate 4, so that grey plate, to run this one through. And the texture that this embossing folder gives is amazing. Like, look at this. It sticks in there, but look at that. Love that. Hi Kathy, how are you? It's nice to have you here. Marion says little packets everywhere for projects later. See, I knew I wasn't the only one. Yep. I've got, actually, I need a bigger container because look at this. That's ridiculous. I've just outed myself. It is ridiculous. Okay, I do need to move this die where my others are or I will lose that. Let's bring in all our pieces. Okay, I'm going to start adhering everything down. So we're going to use our first layer, which is that beautiful DSP. Secret Sea is my favourite in colour. It's a little sad, we've only got another year left. I hope they do a colour refresh and Secret Sea stays. It is definitely my favourite. So just leaving a nice little border all the way around. Nicole says she loves the colours in this suite. I think that is honestly what drew me to Nicole, was the colours. I do love, you know, blues and greens together. And well, these two blues are my favourite blues right now, the Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. And, you know, Old Olive is just an old staple, isn't it? It's a really good colour. I'm going to add the layer of the embossed basic white. think I might use that side. So this gives such great texture. Almost pops up a little bit because of so much texture there. And then we're going to add our DSP die cut sheet. And you can cut these down too if you just want a layer. You could do, you know, like a border with these. That's a great way of using it as well. You don't have to use it as it die cuts out. Use your imagination. Oops. And then we have our Secret C card, but we're actually going to pop that one up. So before we do that, I do want to layer all our flowers down on it. And I'm going to use my glue dots here. Nicole, do you use Secret C as your black instead of using Memento? Because honestly, that's something that I've been doing a bit lately. But I did see a fellow demonstrator, Denise, I think it's Denise Cox. She used her white ink pad. So, you know, the white ink pad that we get, it's not already loaded with ink. You actually get the refill with it. She used that one and added Memento to it. And that's her black ink pad. Now, can I tell you, when I saw it, it was so crisp and clear, the stamp. It was really, really good. I've never seen Memento stamp like that. I find Memento to look a little bleedy, and I don't know whether it's me, whether I've got the heavy hand or it's the way I'm stamping, but I find that it doesn't give a good, true, crisp image. But when she used her stamping pad, so got mine here somewhere. I don't use white very often, actually. Can't even see it. So just the ink pad, it comes as a white ink pad, but you get the re-inker with it. This one is completely empty, and you can add the Memento, what am I trying to say? The Memento refill to it, and it works the same as any other pad that we've got. And the image was so crisp and clear, it was so good. So that is something that my next order will have some of those ink pads in it. Because I do struggle with Memento. Oop, wrong way. So I'm just adding these leaves down to my flowers. Like so. And this one's going to be popped up, but I do want to add my last leaf to it. Add that there, and this one's going to be popped up, so just going to add a little bit of liquid glue here. Same on this one, and you can rearrange these a little bit if you'd like. This one's going to overlap a little bit. If I bring some dimensionals in. Oh, see, Kathy does it. Awesome. Yeah, it blew my mind when I saw Denise doing it. I asked a couple of questions. I told Marion about it, and yes, she's bought 10 of them. So yeah. I'll be doing that soon, my next order. I wasn't going to just order those, but I will be doing that, because I think I did even look at buying a different ink pad from a different company, because Memento just does not work for me the way I would like it to work. So, but I think I'll be happy with this new alternative. Let's add this one down here. And we're going to pop, oh, this one. Okay. These are a little bit over. I should have worked on my card a little bit. Just coming off a little bit, but I can fix that really easily, like so. And I do need to fix this one as well. I'll just chop that little bit off because I've already glued that down with my green glue. Much better. Perfect. All right, let's pop this one up with more dimensionals. If you were to change the colours up with this card, what would you go with? I do love my traditions of, you know, leaves are green and all that. I would say not. I don't usually always go to Old Olive as my green. I think Granny Apple Green is probably the one that I go to a little bit more. There we go. Let's add our sentiment piece down. But the Old Olive with the dark Secret Sea certainly goes well. A little bit of wiggle room there. And I'm not going to pop that up. I'll just adhere that down. And our embellishments, let's grab some of those. So we've got white, we've got Secret Sea, there's also Old Olive. I'm not going to use any cloud cover just because I actually haven't added any cloud cover to the card anyway. So we're just going to go, and I like these are like a real bright white. So I'm going to add one of those. Secret Sea down here. On a large Secret Sea down on this little square. Another white one. And an Old Olive. Now inside the card we can add Happy Birthday again. So let's do that again. I'm going to stamp that in the middle. And I want to add, you know, I sort of thought let's add a flower, but I'm going to go with the Old Olive ink and our leaf. I think I'm going to stamp off. So we're going to stamp in the middle of the Happy Birthday. There we have it. Nice little sentiment that's a little bit lighter on the inside. And that's the card for this Simple Sweet Stampers Lovely Blossoms Suite. Let's bring in that bundle again. So 12 amazing cards using this bundle, but this one's the one that I created for the tutorial. So again, you can get this by purchasing in my online store. Everyone who orders will receive this one in March. I also have a second customer appreciation gift. If you spend $50 before postage, you'll also receive a paper pumpkin card kit. So one card that we'll do together in a little group. So if that interests you, that is available. If you're part of my team, the INKY Stampers, I will have this up in our group tomorrow. Or if you live outside of Australia or you're already working with another demonstrator, you can purchase it in my blog. There's also a link in the description if you would like to get it that way as well. All right. Now, if you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, you can purchase them in my online store, and that's a great way of getting this whole bundle tutorial. But yeah, thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me today. I really do appreciate it. It's a little bit different on a Monday at midday, but normally I'm working, so thank goodness for public holidays, hey? If you have enjoyed today's video, I would so appreciate if you gave me a thumbs up, if you hit the subscribe channel if you haven't already done so, and if you're watching this as a non-live a little bit later on, please leave me a comment, let me know what you think of today's card. Alright everyone, have an amazing day, have a great rest of your week, and if you're going to on stage in Sydney, I hope to meet you. Alright everyone, have a wonderful day, bye!